Hey there everyone, Hitesh here, and it's been a while that we did try something live or something like that. The internet was really not good. In fact, the entire world is not really good. But anyways, things are happening, and you can also be in frame somehow. Yeah, this guy also needs to be in the frame. So I'll wait for a few minutes so that people can show up. And how is it going on for you? Okay, so they call me RC. Okay, I hope people will show up, will join up. It's been a while that I have done any kind of live like this, and been a while. It's a lot has been going on, and things are a bit shaky stuff. Entire world is shaky. Oh, a lot of people came up. So let me say hi to a few of you. Hey Jaydeep, how is it going on? Hi Vanisha. Hi Anurag Bansal. Hi Bubbly Sahil. Hi Adnan. Hi Kunal Khate. Hey everyone, how's it going on? Lol, too many people. Yeah, almost. We are hitting almost 200 people and very few likes. Go ahead and hit that. And we will be talking for a while. We're all free, all set. Hopefully, internet will be good today, and that's will be going on. And I'll be answering a lot of questions to you. And I will also try again. My favorite place to answer your question is one-on-one interaction, which happens on Instagram, and I love that. So, by the way, if you haven't joined me up, join me up at Insta as well, Hitesh Chaudhary Official, and I love to answer and chit chat with you one-on-one like that. It's really, really gonna be super easy. I'll be picking up questions as well. So yes, it's horrible in West Bengal. Yes, I am totally updated about what's happening in West Bengal. One of our teammate actually is in Bengal, and I'm in constant touch. What's happening? How things are going on? So yeah, situation entire in the entire world is very very panicky right now. Okay, so let's start the discussion of random things that you have been asking in the messages and in the chat section. I'll be picking up that. Some of the questions that came out to my Insta account as well. I'll try to some address some of them. First and foremost, about the Dino. So yes, I posted out quite an early course on Dino because I was playing around for a while in the Dino. Then I left it. Then I saw an announcement that yes, Dino is like full fledged. I thought it's a good time instead of posting about what is YouTube versus TikTok, I thought to post something about dinner, which is much more useful. So I posted a simple scenario where you learn how to build a complete REST API. I wouldn't call it complete REST because it was just about get and post. The put and the delete request were not there, but it can be edited. Surely, if you have taken up any of my Node course or something, you will be able to do it. Coming on to the point, should you be learning Node or should you be learning Dino? You should be learning Node as of now. There is no point that you should be learning Dino as of now. Just keep an eye on that. That's it. Or just watch out my crash course and that's it. That's all what you need. One of the most underrated channel. I just kept it, bro. Thank you so much. This is not an underrated. I wouldn't call like 500,000 people a channel underrated channel. I think that's already too much, and I'm all happy. I wouldn't call it long like hey subscribe and stuff. Although it's a good thing if you hit that subscribe, but I'm okay. I'm all happy with 500,000 people. It's already like pretty big number that I'm serving here. And I'm trying to improve my content. You might have noticed from the recent like few weeks that I'm trying to improve more on crash courses, more on the learning stuff. I am improving. Surely I'll improve more and I'll put up more tutorials. Nice haircut. Thank you so much. It's been a while that we haven't done any haircut and stuff. So yeah, I thought let's go all classy now. Where did you get the haircut? I have my resources. I have my resources. And I do own multiple businesses as well. The charm of one of them is this haircut. And yes, we do own multiple business. Some of them are suffering really, really badly due to this situation, Thanos situation, as I like to call it. And yes, we are being hit badly by that. As some of you know, through the farm pics that I posted on Instagram, the farm is okay right now. It's a horse farm. In case you don't know that, you don't follow me up on Instagram. That is okay right now, but there is a lot of businesses which are suffering. Uh, as you know, I don't really just am totally involved in the YouTube and just code tutorials and stuff. I do have other businesses which are facing terrible situation right now. Anyways, let's go about that. How are the Silver Surfer? Silver Surfer is doing absolutely good. He's one of the very fantastic and very, very naughty horse. He doesn't allow me to go nearby much. But other horses like Jay and stuff, they are pretty cool with me. Yeah. How did you manage like multiple businesses? It's a thing we all do in the family. So yeah, we. But the problem is when you hold multiple businesses and stuff, you get hit really, really badly by that. Side businesses, yeah, like that. So okay, how is Vegeta? There is Vegeta. I hope you cannot actually see it. I need to move it a little bit. I hope you can see it now. There's Vegeta exactly there. He's just standing there. There are multiple days here. Someday they will come on the desk. I'll show you that as well. Okay, so okay, AWS course. As of now, I'm not planning anything on AWS or a course specifically because it's going to consume a whole lot of time, and then you have to charge a little bit more. You cannot charge like 199 or something for an AWS course. I will definitely think about it. I really want to do it, but I probably need to take an exam or something before doing that and spend some money to put that. Yeah, this is all good and legit and stuff like that. I'll try. Definitely AWS is in my mind. I will try that very, very soon. Yeah. What about Java future? See, I've said it multiple times on the channel. None of the technology is going anywhere. Neither Java is going anywhere, neither PHP is going on anywhere. It's like some days are good and some days are bad for some technology and stuff like that. So, yeah, things are going on. And next live bootcamp on Mern. Mern, actually, we do have a full-fledged course on Mern, so I don't think that we now need to provide a live bootcamp on that, but we can actually, if enough of request comes in, we can actually do live bootcamp too. And if you wish, we can have that. Okay, everything is going down. Yes, of course. I don't know why you put up a smiley faces and laughing smiley after that, but yes, everything is going absolutely down. Hey guys, forgot to hit that like button. Just go ahead and drop that like. It's gonna be good. Tell me about Dart language. What do you want to know about Dart language? It's a pretty good language. I like it personally. It's a very type strong, like well designed, well organized language. A lot of features. I absolutely like that. And I've discussed more about that in a dedicated course as well. In case you want to know specifically, let me know. I'll love to answer that. Okay, sir, what are your thoughts on PowerShell? I'll be very honest about the PowerShell. I have zero thoughts about the PowerShell. And let me tell you why. Because as of now, currently in this entire big, gigantic studio, I don't even have a single Windows device. There is just one device, which is with the teammate. I don't have a single device on that. Okay, Troll Time Gaming. That's a really odd name. What do you think about blockchain? There's one single thing which is at the same time good about the blockchain and which is at the same time bad about the blockchain, and which is bitcoins. The reason why this blockchain technology got popular is Bitcoin, and the reason why this technology is not growing is because of the bitcoins. If this technology would have seen a different way of getting popular, then it could have like changed the world. But again, as I say, this entire blockchain actually releases too much of the power from the hands of banks and politicians, which is really hard, which is really, really hard to do. So I don't think so it's going to be that much successful in the upcoming time because nobody wants to lose the power. Technology wise, it's rock solid. The dapps, ethereum, these are pretty good tech, and I would love to make some courses or even products on that. But again, I don't see much of the demand there because if you are making up the blockchain, it requires a lot of effort and work. You need to, and you should be charging a little bit more on the projects. But again, where are those projects as of now? It will come probably in the future, but as of now, uh, why are you have so money minded? Says a random user. So money is everything, my friend. You actually come out and say, hey, that's amazing course in 199 because it was 199. If that would be like 5,000 or 10,000 rupees course, surely there is a value in there. But you are also money minded. You are here because you want to learn something and want to charge company. Maybe you want to work at Google. Why? Because of money. Anyways, let's not talk about the kids stuff. Let's go on something more. Did you have a haircut using JavaScript? That's interesting. Where is JavaScript doing haircuts? I would love to know that. Okay. What about machine learning in Java? I think machine learning and Java are going to stay aside for a while. At least for 2020, they're going to be separated. And as of now, the problem is that the majority of the libraries of machine learning are in core C++. And in case you know about Network Simulator and all those other frameworks, you know how easy it is to open up the APIs from C++ into the Python world. But opening up those same libraries and their APIs through the Java world is very difficult. That's why you are seeing the adaptation and worldwide adaptation of Python. But actually, internally behind the scenes, it's all C++, and that's why they are so fast. So, a good thing that you should note down that all the libraries that you're seeing of machine learning, they are actually, majority of them are in C++. Okay, can we create FTP like Google Drive? Yes, of course. Why not? What's stopping you? Please explain, how can I be a full stack developer? By taking my MERN course? I think that's good enough. Already it has proven well through Instagram stories and open public opinion that it's a rock solid course and it's doing absolutely well. What are you currently working on? I am currently building a CSS, kind of a tricky thing. Can I show you? I don't think so. I can show you actually here that what I was building up. Okay, so this is what I was building up, and I think it's almost really hard to show you that what I'm building up. I'll probably post an Instagram story on this fun, cute little animation that I was working on CSS. Just a side project, nothing of a big deal, because I was getting bored. So yeah. Okay, so are you thinking of a Unity course? No, not right now. Unity and game dev, I am actually a bit away from it. Actually, I don't do it. So no, I'm not thinking about that. Okay, can you do a crash course in Ionic framework? It's going to take some time, but I'm definitely after it. I really want to do it. But there are some prerequisite crash courses that needs to come first, and then we can do a crash course on Ionic. So hopefully we'll be doing that soon. There are actually a few things which are in pipeline, and I think if you can see that, this entirety of the thing is pipeline. This one, and then this one is empty, last one. So these all are actually pipeline nodes that are going on. And yeah, I actually first was on Apple Pencil notes, then I came back to my original pen. So yeah, all of these are actually in the pipeline. Hopefully we'll be doing that very, very soon. Okay. Thoughts on Django versus Node.js? I think I will do the video on Django versus Node.js because these videos are not morally correct to do. Both of them are a bit separate, but sometimes we have to do these things to actually get wider audience and get more visibility of the channel. So I think I'll be doing a few videos on versus. It's not really good, actually. I don't feel really good. So doing these kinds of versus video. One of the video which is a bit controversial, I didn't felt really great about it, but programming versus coding. That video, a lot of people post a whole lot of comments about discussion and sometimes a bit aggressive that, hey, why are you doing it? But look at the views on this. Views are really like insane amount of views are there. Okay, what would be your reaction at 12-year-old child know ML and Java? I would say, why 12-year? Even a 6-year-old can say that, yeah, I know machine learning and Java. It's not about knowing the tech. It's about what you are able to build with the tech that impresses me. Your age definitely doesn't impress me. I'm probably twice or thrice or more of your age. Doesn't impress me. I don't give a shit about it. But what impresses me is what you were able to build. And on top of that, how many people are actually using your product. That's where things get interesting. If you are able to build up any software or any application which is being used by 100,000 people, damn, I'm hell of an impressive. from your resume and everything. Otherwise, saying, I know ML, I can do a linear regression, doesn't impress me much. Thank you so much, Omkar, for the super chat. I really appreciate your help, and especially in this time, I really appreciate. Sahil Kumar, here's a question. Do you know Oracle EBS? How would be the career? No, I'm not really good in the Oracle stuff. I try to keep away from the Oracle. They issue a whole lot of copyright notices. Even they issued one of the copyright notices on Learn Code Online once it was in early phase because I was using the Java logo in my Java course. That's why they issued a copyright to me, even on my website, not on the YouTube, but yeah. Oracle is like a T series of tech world. They issue copyright notices for any card thing. And even one of my friend, you might know him, John Pursuell from Cave of Programming. We were discussing this a few days ago that yeah, this came to me as well. How much money do you make from YouTube? Probably a short of $5 million per day. Come on. What are you, 12, 13? How much money do you make from YouTube? I'll probably post up a video like buying something like, hey, buying all these, you see, buying all these gadgets from YouTube money. Something like that. Yeah, stuff like that. Cute. That's cute. How are the horses from Academy? Thank you so much for asking about the horses. They are very fine, all fit and fine. If you wish, anybody who is in Jaipur, we will be very soon opening up the Academy for everyone so that if case you want to learn horse riding and stuff, you can do at our farm. Surely chargeable, but you can do that. Will Deno replace a Node? No. It's been so while that Node is so much popular. Was Node able to replace PHP? 100% no. So, how do you think that a technology that came out just yesterday, just literally yesterday, is going to replace Node? Nobody replaces anybody. Okay, exam cancelled. What's your view about that? I think the most who is going to suffer in this 2020 are going to be students, especially the students who have just moved into 12th standard. They're going to be the most affected one. And I really just wish that they get a better future because it's going to be really, really hard for them. And other people who are going to be hitting a lot are going to be the ones who are in the final year and just got passed out. They cannot even go to other places and hunt for a job. It's going to be really, really bad. Ashutosh, thank you so much for super chat. He says, "Sir, Xamarin or Android Studio?" I have tried actually Xamarin a bit. It's pretty decent, and you're gonna only like it if you're coming up from C Sharp or .NET background. Otherwise, my personal opinion, I would say go for Android Studio. It's far better of an opportunity compared to Xamarin. Again, it depends on which state or which country you want to live in. In the northern side of our country, the Xamarin and the .NET culture is a bit more. On the southern part of the country, not much. Many of the people are interested in .NET, Xamarin, and these stuff. So my recommendation would be Android Studio. If you want to give like a direct answer, that would be this one. Omkars, thank you so much for super chat again. And here's a question. I love you, sir. What you teach? I have completed your JavaScript course. Made a great project. Awesome, and I want to show you my project. So how can I ensure that my project reaches to you, Omkar, and then the GitHub link? The one of the easiest way, in case you have taken up my course or not, or however you want to, if you want to showcase anything of you, just post a public story. Make sure it's public, otherwise it doesn't reaches to me on my Instagram. I'm super active there. I check out a whole lot of stories. I even share your stories so that like-minded people can actually just chit chat with you, can get interactive with you. I reshare almost all of the stories, all of your achievements. So reaching out me on Instagram would be really great. But actually, I can check out your GitHub directly. Let me just quickly check that since we are already on the desktop setup. There's a nice. Who is this buddy? He doesn't have beard. Start a quiz. I really like the animation here, Omkar, and I wish there would be a little bit beard. I like bearded animations. Let's go ahead and try to start the quiz. Your gender? Yes, of course, I'm male. Enter your name, John Doe. No, I'm Hitesh. Let's go ahead and there's a game. We, ah, Which mobile phone Hitesh uses? I use an iPhone, but I also use Android. Do Hitesh like exotic cars? Example, Lamborghini. No, I don't like them. Which language movies do Hitesh like? My favorite movie is Hera Fairy. That's in Hindi, so that would be. What's the Hitesh dream car brand? No, I don't really like any of the cars. But anyways, I'm just playing the game made by this guy, so probably I'll play that later on. It's not really fair. Okay. Okay. Is Flutter worth it? Absolutely, 100%. Where can I buy great t-shirts? Any website? I don't buy it from website actually. I buy it from a local store who arranges all these t-shirts for me. I just call him, "Hey, needs 5 more t-shirts." He says, "Okay, I'll that will be at your doorstep tomorrow." I like it. Okay, Redux course, please. Ah, my laptop. Redux course, yeah, that we can think of. But again, the problem with the Redux is creating a standalone course on Redux is really tough. But without React or Angular or involving something explaining Redux is really, really tough. It's not like RxJS that you can explain standalone on their visualized part. It's really good. Okay, so DevOps course, please. I do have a mini DevOps course you can say on Docker, and you can try that out. Okay, so can I shift my stack from Java to JS after a year of experience in Java? Yes, of course. Why not? What is Hadoop? Actually, that's a nice topic. I'll write it down. Just wait for a second. Okay, because this is a question which I think I should answer on a YouTube video, standalone video, just like we always do. What's the challenge? What's the problem? What's the solution? How Hadoop comes in, and all of that. So I think I'll do that in a video. That's a nice subject. We'll get a lot of views. So in case you have anything like that in mind, I would love to do a video on that. Great job, Omkar. Hey, a lot of people are appreciating your, and I'll play that as well. I'll surely play that. And for such games and stuff, please post stories. I would love to share with other people, even give you a swipe up or something. All that I can do to help you out, it would be really great. Is math required for programming? Math is required everywhere, my friend. You go, you buy fruits, math is required there. Everywhere math is there. And if you can do like grocery shopping with maths, I think you can do programming too. It's not really big deal. Okay, my favorite movie is Pursuit of Happiness. I've seen that. It's okay. Again, choices. Totally, you loved it. It's okay. My favorite movie still is Hera Fairy. I think I won't be liking any movie that much that I like this one. Both parts. I absolutely love that. Hilarious movie. I'm a bit more on to intended towards the comedy side because there is already hate in the world. So at least watch a few comedy stuff. You know. Okay, so video on blockchain. No, I won't be doing videos on blockchain anytime soon. I don't really like it that much to do videos. It should get a bit of traction first so that views can come in. I don't want to become Paytm. I would love to become PhonePe, you know, if you got that reference. Hindi channel, please. Sir, you missed my question in recent super chat. Did I miss your question? Omkar, let me go ahead and check it if I missed up your question. I didn't miss your question actually. No, I didn't miss your. I answered the question that whatever you asked. I answered that. In fact, I have opened up your GitHub account as well. You asked that how can you share your job, your work with me. I answered that. In case not, shoot me up on Instagram. And we'll have Instagram too. Okay, how to host a Flask application. I think if the backend is involved, then you have to move on to AWS, Heroku, something. Otherwise, do Netlify host Flask application? I don't know. Never checked it out. I got job from your course. Thank you. You made my life. Thank you so much, and really super happy that you were able to grab a job after doing the course. And I think very soon we'll be putting that up on our website as well, like where our alumni are working. It would be really good. Is MERN bootcamp project worthy to show in final year project? I don't know what's your college standard. Do they accept the project which has entire backend, entire front end in the most modern tech, along with two different payment gateways? Do they like this kind of stuff, or they are still on like, hey, you should do a library management system? Yeah, sometimes I become sarcastic. Your thought on Gatsby? Actually, Gatsby is great, but it's not serving us greatly. We wanted to like modify our website and move it into Gatsby. It's not really working out great for us. For we are finding a couple of drawbacks there, and hopefully we'll be able to figure it out. But Gatsby is not really working with us nicely. It's usually in general a great, and if you want to build any kind of shopping store or something, it's nice, easy. You can do it like very instantaneously, but somehow it's not working with us nicely. Hey, there's just bought MERN course. Sir, your MERN course knowledge enough to actually develop a web app for local business, as there might be security issues like payment gateways. No, there are no payment gateway security issues in that. They are all good. And in case you want to have audit, there are enough of ethical hackers around available that can do audits and stuff. Again, you can give them a specific sandbox environment that only test on this. You can do that, but I don't think there should be much of an issue in that payment gateway implementation. There's a super chat. Happy Verma. He says, Sir, I'm so confused. I completed your Android development, full stack web development course, and recently React Native. Sir, I'm confused. Should I make some projects on Android, then move forward? I'm so confused. Please don't get that much of confused. First and foremost, if you have taken up this much of the courses, I expect that your GitHub should be shining up. At least there should be like 5 different Android projects, which involves database, of course. And if you have taken up my React Native course, then surely there should be at least more than 10 to 12 apps in that. And one of them should be really hosted on Android store or something. That's the least I expect if you have taken up these courses. And I know this is a tough time. It's really tough. So prepare your portfolio as complex as possible. And don't worry, don't get confused too much. And this is the high time that you keep on learning. I really appreciate your super chat amount here, 400. I hope that budget is not an issue, because recently my MERN course and the React course were launched due to this Thanos situation in just 199 rupees on my website. So go ahead, check that out. And one project that I would recommend you to do is make a project in which a payment gateway is involved, maybe Stripe, the easiest one, and post it up on LinkedIn or Instagram. I'll definitely do a share up or something so that you get more traction and more attraction from people. You never know when the opportunity might be knocking the door. So don't get confused too much. And of course, until unless you are putting up projects which are worthy to be put up on GitHub, you won't be getting confidence. So post some projects on that, share them, just take a screenshot or recording or something, share with me. You'll feel much more confidence that yes, I'm doing good. Don't worry too much. You're worried too much, my friend. You're worried too much. Don't do that. The world is already worried too much. We shouldn't be that much. And hey guys, did you watch my video that I recently posted on Instagram? I actually don't remember the name of the video. It was about belief. So, in case you have watched that video, let me know, because those are actually exclusive videos for Instagram. And it was a pretty good full length video. And a lot of people appreciated that. I shared one of the thoughts in that, random thought. So, in case you have watched that video, let me know in the comment section. Yes, we have watched that IGTV video or Instagram video. Okay, some people are saying, yes, it's too good. It's amazing. It was amazing. A lot of people watched it. I didn't thought that so many people will be watching it. I actually was worried that should I be posting it on YouTube or not? But then decided, hey, I'll keep it on Insta only. Some things should be exclusive on Insta. So yeah, I'm not on Instagram. Then join Insta. It's pretty good. And compared to Twitter, it's very awesome. Again, believe. Okay, what's the scope of PHP in coming years? I don't think so. PHP is going anywhere. Still rock solid. Is gonna remain rock solid. I don't think so. These new kids in the town like Node, Django, Ruby on Rails. I wouldn't call it a new, but they are not capable of replacing these ones. Don't you think that education should be free? By no means I'm saying teachers should not pay it, but how about someone sponsor and they and everyone learn it free? Uh, Everybody has a right to make money, and it's their choice. They want to offer their product for free or not. Again, I don't think so that education, because in the past, I have distributed enough of my courses absolutely for free, just like that. But I realized that none of them is actually watching that course. There's a super chat. There was a super chat, and I think it went away just like that. Like, how can a super chat just go like that? I was not even able to read it. Wow, that's. Can I see the super chat history? Thank you so much, Piyush. Can I see the super chat history? How can I do it? Like, I don't know how to do it. Okay. Please reveal the name of the local store. I need few t-shirt. Why do you need exact same t-shirt that I wear all around day, all around year? Like, why do you need that? Okay, there was no question. Don't worry. Thank you. In case I miss any of the question, you can also again ask me that in my Insta one-on-one. We will be doing Insta. React Native architecture for big projects. I think the architecture which is Redux friendly is more than good enough. Just keep your states in Redux and that's it. No matter how big the architecture goes on, MVC is still a rock solid, but I think now's the time that something more we need for these kinds of big projects, because I don't think that MVC is serving really greatly now, especially that we have so many of components, modules, and stuff like that. I think we need something new now. A whole lot of things are going on, but yeah. Why we are getting ads? No idea. Did I accidentally inserted an ad there? There is actually a button that says insert an ad. I don't know how it happened. Accidentally clicked on that. I was looking for to find out how can I see the history of the super chats, and I accidentally clicked on insert ad, and that's why the ad actually came in. Good for me. Good for me. An ad came in. Is React JS good option after JavaScript? 100%. 100% good option. What is completive programming? You mean competitive programming? A question is given to you in a tricky manner. You apply some of the data structure tricks to it and try to solve it in the most optimized manner. It has nothing to do with the project building, because what they do in the building of the project is completely different. This competitive programming stuff is good for just the job interview and stuff. Murli says, I want to learn Flutter. Is it has a good scope? You want to say Flutter, is it having some scope? Yes, of course, it's having a really, really good scope. And most of the people who actually did my courses online actually got a pretty decent job and salary in the Flutter as well. So, yeah, I think you'll be super happy. How do you think Deno? uh, Deno. A lot of people said, hey, it's a dinosaur, it's not a sock. I know that. I have watched that talk also. Just like you watch YouTube, I watch YouTube too. So, yes, I have seen that talk where it was discussed about dinosaur and stuff. I have watched that also. Just to tease you guys, I explicitly mentioned that it is a right sock or left sock, and you're going to be surprised to see so many comments there. It's my own fun when people fight about that. Please play the keyboard. Oh, keyboard. I cannot still play it. I don't get enough time to learn it actually. I'm not getting much of the time recent days. So yeah. Okay. React versus Angular. Yeah, I should do that. These topics actually get a lot of views. So yeah. React Native 199. I don't know how the future is going to shape up. Whatever the courses are available, they are fixed right now. Let's see how things are going to be. YouTube versus TikTok. I think in order to understand that which platform is better, YouTube or TikTok or any other, you should watch my video Belief on Instagram. It's available there, and you'll get my views and my answer about that. talk about serverless AWS Lambda. Actually, I'm already working on it to put up some crash course or something on AWS. It's going to come up like from 2 months or something after that. I am trying to make up some easier way and the easiest possible uh, kind of a to do application on AWS Lambda, and especially serverless. I think we will be talking about that in detail in upcoming some videos in couple of months. Okay. Uh, Give us motivation. Let me tell you one thing. If you are putting up motivation out and you say that, hey, this is a motivation video, I think you ruined the mood there, just right there. If you put up a cinematic shot on something and you just move the camera slow motion and if you say, hey, enjoy the cinematic, you just ruin the mood there, just right there. So, yeah. Why no Angular on Learn Code Online? There is an Angular crash course. So we have Angular. And again, the goal is not to put as many courses as we can at Learn Code Online. No, that's never the goal. The goal is to put up just specific number of courses, but put them in such a easy way that everybody can understand it, everybody can enjoy it. That's the whole goal. Any remote internship opportunity? Oh man, this is a bad time. Forget about the opportunity. We are even struggling in some of the businesses. Raj, there's a super chat and says, sir, imagine that you are judging final year project. What type of web and Android project will give 10 on 10? Can I learn networking and Python at the same time? So many questions. I think, yes, of course, you can learn Python networking. In fact, networking, you can do some of the automation and some of the packet capturing PCAP files through the Python and massaging them and picking up some data. So surely that can be done. Coming up onto the question, which is if I would be judging up a final year project on web and Android, uh, I definitely would first and foremost will keep side all the projects which are ML, machine learning, and AI, because these are just hyped project. I would give 10 on 10 to the project which at least 10 people in the room can actually directly access, can sign up and can use it and say that, yeah, these are good projects and I probably would love to pay for this service. That would be like 10 on 10, because the highest level of a project is when user can say, yeah, I would love to pay for this service. That's where you have created the best of the best product. A product which is amazing, shiny, maybe using machine learning, that's great, that's okay. But having a project where people say, I would like to pay 10 rupees for that, that's the biggest project. There's a super chat by Sandeep Kumar Mishra. He says, I don't know why my super chat disappeared. I want to know the process of freelancing. I got many projects, but some of the client didn't pay me or less amount because there was no proof in my hand. This still happens to us. If one of my companies actually all in freelancing and completing the project for these people, it happens more than you think. Like at one stage we were so much frustrated with these kinds of policies and proofs that we started to leave a backdoor there. It's not really good, but sometimes we had to create another user so that if user says, hey, I don't want your project, I don't like it, then we can go from the backdoor and can scrape off the entire project because he didn't pay to us. It happens a lot. This is a sad truth about the industry, that sometimes people don't pay and they take your project and they use your project. Even that's kind of a piracy. I won't call it a piracy, but this happens a lot. Even we struggle from it. Projects that we have worked days and months that costed like 2000, $3,000 were just ripped off from our hands, and this happens all the time, especially on platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer. This happens all the time. That's why we sometimes like to even create physical contracts from the people if they are abroad, overseas, and if the project is big like 2000, $5,000, then I personally prefer to have legal contracts on those projects. It's better way. And if you're doing freelancing, eventually you'll be moving on to the contract based work for Google and all these companies. So this is a sad truth. This happens. Please let me know your view on .NET Tech. I'm learning Xamarin. I feel good there, but you don't provide any courses on .NET Tech. First and foremost, if you're feeling good in the .NET stack, stay there. It doesn't really, I don't want to imply that if I don't like .NET Tech that much, doesn't mean it's bad. If you're feeling good there, stay there. 100% stay there. But I don't provide course on .NET Tech stack because I really don't like it. And let's just say if you'll ask me, hey, Tesh, play guitar. I won't be learning it because I don't really feel fascinated about guitar. If you'll ask me play piano, I can do that. I love that. So yeah, important thing is that I don't think so in this 2020 at least I will be providing any course on .NET Stack. But who knows? This is a weird year. Anything can happen. So have that. And I think you should stay in Xamarin. If you're feeling good, like if you're feeling that much good that you can come up on the platform and say in the super chat, I feel good about it, stay there. Stay there. There are probably hundreds of channel who can provide you better content than me on .NET Tech Stack. So please go ahead and stay there. Okay, coming on to this, Sandeep, I want to discuss this one a little bit more. Yes, it happens, especially in the world of PHP and WordPress. It happens a lot that client don't pay. Forget about the less amount. They sometimes don't even pay a little bit. That's a sad truth. Uh, but it happens. It happens. Why people leave job and go for masters at IIT? People leave job all the time. Sad, but that's the truth. That how it happens. Okay, there's a super chat by Hardik. It says, I will get the visa of USA. I have offer of multinational service company, but thinking to join local company which work in Flutter. Should I go for Flutter? Uh, my personal recommendation is in the current situation, going for Flutter and local company might be serving you well. Like going to USA and getting a visa of abroad is not really a big deal if you are a good developer. You can do that any day. Yes, I do understand that if you are in the college first year or 12th, at one point I was like this, getting a job in USA or Google or Facebook, that's the end of life. Like that's the highest goal I can achieve. But eventually I realized that it's not about just moving abroad. There's a lot that you can do with your life. I would recommend, and in fact, I would prefer the talent should stay in their own country, especially in India. We need talent. And I think you should stay in India. That's what personal preferences and personal recommendation. There are a lot of good companies now in India. We have big giants like Paytm, Razorpay, Instamojo, Swiggy, Zomato. Lots of good companies are there. Stay in India. It's a good country. You will love it. Once you move on to USA, UK, you'll realize that these are shiny countries, but they have their own drawbacks. And India is my personal preference. I love it. Hate it, like it, whatever you want to say against me, just say it. But I'm not those kinds of people who stay abroad but say, hey, I love my country. I live here. I spend my life here. I love this country. And I know it has its own drawbacks, it has problems, but I like to stay here. It can only be solved just by staying here from the inside. That Jedi look scary. Jedi? Talking about this guy? Yeah. This one is actually pretty nice, and he can be like that. Okay. Not looking good. Okay. Let's pick up more questions on that. Rust or Go? Neither. C++. Any given day. C++. Okay. So yeah, now people will be saying, hey, you talk so much that India is your favorite country. Why don't you talk in Hindi? You should talk in Hindi only because you are in India. And that's one of the problem in the country. Again, don't want to go onto that side. Sir, Mern stack on Heroku deployment tutorial. Deployment is not that much easy of a game. It's not just about, first and foremost, we don't use NPM on Heroku. There's a super chat. Sir, I have built several Mern stack projects. Should I apply for remote internship or what should I do next to get job or start freelancing? I think you should apply. If you have built up full stack projects that can do all signups and database integration stuff, I think you're good to go. Just apply in a whole lot of companies. Remote internship is going to be a bit tricky to grab because nobody is going to expose like that much of data points to you or APIs to you. But it's going to be a good start. You never know when the companies are in need. So just like what I used to do when I wanted to get prepare the big Excel sheet, list of the companies, their references, and have you applied it or there or not, kind of a Boolean value. So prepare that big, gigantic Excel sheet. There's a lot of templates even available for Notion and stuff, if in case you use that software. But again, start applying. I think you are all ready. Don't wait too much now. But make sure before you apply that, your GitHub is all cleaned up nicely, or even create a new GitHub where your portfolio and presentation and all code is actually nicely there. All problems are resolved. They're working fine because you are applying. That means you are all set and ready and you want to present it. So take your time, couple of days in cleaning up all the things and then start applying. Don't be in a hurry. And your cover letter should be nice. Okay. Okay, there's a guy who said, love from IOK. Shahina Vani. Are you here for a political debate or comment? Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop being political here. You can just say love from. That's it. Don't be a political. I won't be saying foul words, but yeah. Luckily, he's speaking English. That's why I can understand him. See, people appreciate when they are able to understand the language. It doesn't really matter if it is Hindi, French, German, or anything else. Can you tell us about your other businesses? What do you want to know? Like how many I have? I don't even keep the count of them, but I'm still looking forward to invest in a couple of more businesses or even to invest in some of the freelance for some of the startups or something in case I can. I would love to invest in the startup, and that's a really good thing. I want to get involved in as many of the companies and projects as I can because this is my really the peak time where I can get involved in as many things as I can, and I'm doing it. I'm not doing it like loudly on the internet, but I'm doing it and I'm happy with that. Which college are you from? My college is not sponsoring me enough to take its name on the platform like YouTube. If they would be sponsoring me, paying me money for that, I would love to do that. Apart from that, no many time, how many time you ask it here, I won't be naming it unless and until they pay me money, sponsor me. Yeah, I would donate the entire money into any orphanage or something, but I need that from them. I need a sponsorship for them. If they want me to say that, yes, I am from that college pass out, I would donate the entire money, but I won't be taking their name for free. Buffering, yeah, sometimes it buffers because I'm streaming in HD and YouTube is still in 480. What can we do? Life in 2020. 2020 is a bad year. I just want it to end just right now. In the mid of year, just retire this year. Okay. Do you provide what? It just goes like fast. I think you don't like college like me. No, I'm not against the college. I'm pro college. I'm not that kind of thing. Hey, be a dropout. No, I am pro finishing of the degree. I'm not a dropout. I'm a dropout technically, PhD dropout, but I'm not an engineering dropout. I do hold my engineering degree in that very, very far room. In the other side, it's somewhere there. I don't know where it is, but it is somewhere. Okay, let's go. Do you have any favorite JS library or a library you think one should learn? I think React. React is one of the library which I think everybody should learn because the transition from React to Vue, Next, and all these library is much more easier. And but again, you can learn anything from the scratch and from the start. It's not like a dependency there, but I think React is a good starting stuff. What is your bandwidth speed? I have 100 Mbps of upload speed and 100 Mbps of download on one line. On the other line, I have, I guess, 40 Mbps or something as a backup line. Will Flutter have the future of app coding? Everything is future. Flutter is future. React Native is future. Xamarin is a future. Core, Android, and Kotlin is also future. Startup at Bangalore. I'm in. Krishna, do I know you, buddy? It feels like I know you. If I know you personally, then surely you would be having my WhatsApp. So shoot me up a message. Once we know how things work in a framework, we get bored. How to avoid it? Like, I never get bored from a framework because there's so much to explore. Or pick up a framework which is like gigantic, big as framework, something like Angular, Laravel. They are so much used. Looks like you haven't taken a look at the Angular framework. Once you get into the Angular framework, then you don't say the words like I get bored. Like just alone the pipes are so much intense. It's really like you're great. Don't say like that. 2020 can bring good by being bad. I don't think so. Planes are crashing, people are dying, hurricanes, floods, viruses. Pooh. I think I'm all done. I'm not much positive and optimistic about this year. Uh, Businesses are crashing. We had to fire over some of the staff on some of the other businesses. I don't think it's good. I'm very positive, optimistic, but not for 2020. Let it go. I would celebrate really, really great on 31st. I don't do New Year parties much. Like I literally hate them. But this year on 31st, I would be super happy that yeah, finally it's gone. Can you launch an interview preparation course for placement? I was thinking about it. We were discussing it today, but it's going to be a bit expensive. It's not going to be like 199 course. It's going to be expensive and it's definitely going to take us a whole lot of time to prepare it. Need to talk with so many people to get what's recent and happening. There's a super chat by Omkar. It says, I have a complaint why people are going for wrapper instead of native Qt CUDA as they have so much to offer with 100% more performance. See, the reason why people prefer wrappers, and this is what exactly is happening in the world of apps as well, wrappers are necessary evil. I know they hinders in the performance many time, but it's the ease of code and building the product and providing the services as well. It also matters. Like the performance that you're going to get in the core iOS application in the Objective C. Oops, sorry, bumped it. Sorry if the people are watching in the headphone. Again, if you're going to see the performance of an iPhone app in the Objective C, it was ridiculously fast because that language was very close to the hardware. Then came the Swift, almost equivalently fast and performant, but it's not really that much great as Objective C. The bridges are not really great. And similarly, now we have React Native and Flutter and Xamarin. They are wrappers. They are not native code. They eventually turn into native code. But again, these are necessary evil. We need to have them. So that's why people use these wrappers. Ease of development. Building the product is necessary. Performance, people say performance is everything. If you're going to ask security guy, they're going to say security is everything. No, it's not like that. It's about first, the product should reach in the consumer hand and as quickly as possible. Then you can optimize it for performance. Then you can have like, surely security is also important, performance is important, but finishing up the product is equally important. And that's something that you understand once you get behind the scene of a business, not the behind of a scene of a code. Once the people are working just for the code or developing the application, they it's really hard to explain then that why this product need to be shipped tomorrow. So that's why people use wrappers and they will be using it, and wrappers are going to grow more in the future. Okay, so introvert or extrovert? Both, and traveler too. Nice question. Shapat. Shapat Pandey. Ah, that's a nice name. Shapat. I really like your name. Nice. Hitesh is from tier 3 college. Not exactly tier 3, but yeah, you can call it. I don't mind it. My rank, I have mentioned this in my Instagram as well. Scored 4,000 something in AI Triple E. In my time, IIT and AI Triple E were separate exams, so I scored 4,600. I don't remember exactly. It wasn't 4,000. I scored my rank as 4,000, which was pretty good, but we didn't had enough of money to send me out of my state. So my dad said, hey, we cannot afford it. Even if it is NIT, we won't be able to provide you much of that. There's a super chat by Vijay. It says, tried sign up for AWS. Should I choose for Indian country region? It says, I can change if I choose Indian. Should I choose US? Should I use Lambda or server? You should choose India. The Indian server is in Mumbai and it's working absolutely fine, no problem in that. And definitely you should choose the region which is nearest to you, otherwise latency is going to be an issue. So choose India from that. And once you choose India and select that, then you will receive an OTP, SMS code, and stuff like that. Maybe you need to give them a call, and then they will enable your account and stuff. So their call support is pretty nice. So you might need to get them a call, or probably just an OTP will do fine. But I was in the direct touch, so that's why we were talking. Again, don't choose US. It's not really near to us. Should I choose Lambda or server? I Again, it depends on what you really want to do. I think server would be good, but again, I don't know what you really want to achieve with that. I think you can change these services and servers and stuff later on as well. One thing that you cannot change easily is country. You can also change that. Just need to give them a call where they are very friendly on the call and help you out as best as they can. So it's not like really rock solid. You can just call them and have things fixed. But again, my recommendation is to choose India. Okay, sir, anything on Azure CI automation on LCO? No. AWS? Yes. Azure? Not anytime soon. Okay. Make playlist for class 12 Python, sir. No, I'm not really interested in the like theoretical stuff, tricky question stuff. I'm moreover interested in putting up videos where people can actually build some stuff. That's what I would love to make a playlist. And that's already we have done. Is Laravel really slow? No. Who told you that? Who told you that it is slow? It's not. Tell us about your history from school. School. School was really the best, and especially when I was in ninth and 10th, I played a hell lot of basketball at that time. And those basketball friends are still my friend. I just am involved in one WhatsApp group, and that's it. And check my super chat. There is no super chat hanging around. If there would be, I would be seeing that, or probably I missed that. So as I was saying, school time was really the best one, and the best friends that I made was during the school. Uh, that guy is really he was there. He was there in my room still in the afternoon. Thank you, Tesh, bro. Your live was a savior. Hey, thank you so much, Vijay. Always happy to help. And I think school time was really best. Enjoyed the hell out of it. We used to play basketball early in the morning, then in the afternoon during the lunchtime, and then in the evening as well. There is a super chat as well. Love from Maharashtra. Ekdam mast. Your desk. I'm not saying it. It's there in the super chat. Your desktop MacBook link is not available. Also, in your DS code, is there a concept to calculate space and complexity? Uh, my desktop MacBook link is not available. What do you want to say with that? Like, you want my wallpaper or you want my MacBook? Like, my MacBook is the touch bar, the very first generation of the touch bar. And the computer that I use on the daily basis is the most modern iMac that I have here. So that's what we are having. And in my data structure course, yes, the concept of calculating the space-time complexity is there. I think I have answered it. I think I have answered it. There's a super chat by Janus Besbos. Did I say it correct? Or I butchered your name? Sorry for that. I'll call you Janus. For new Amazon in these technologies, combo good. Gatsby, GraphQL, Mongo, Node, or can be a better combo. Can you recommend me a database service that fits for this kind of project? I think this tech stack looks great, fantastic, and you want to host them on Amazon, they'll be absolutely fine. Gatsby, GraphQL, MongoDB, Node.js. I think rock solid. I don't recommend you anything else on top of that. This is going to serve really nicely. Just check out Contentful as well. There's a website. They're a bit expensive. That's the only issue. But I think you can reduce down a whole lot of time if you'll check out the Contentful. But again, I would recommend that only if budget is not an issue. But if the project is something like that, then look out for Contentful as well. And I think Amazon will be able to handle that pretty nicely. No issue in these tech stack. And in case you want to check out something more, I think Amazon will be giving you the best and the cheapest price. Heroku DigitalOcean can also work, but I don't think so they can compete with the pricing of AWS. In fact, in Amazon general. So I don't recommend you anything else on top of that. Later on, just a side suggestion that I can make to you, Janice, that instead of the Gatsby, take a look at the Next.js as well. In the Gatsby and the Next.js, the difference is that Gatsby is ridiculously fast, but the code behind the scene that you're going to see in the source code, that's all gibberish, which is not really understandable by Google. And in the Next.js, the code is actually that comes up is after processing, it's very clean. So take a look. Again, you don't need to do that explicitly. Your tech stack is all good, but just saying, extra advice. Take it or leave it. Okay, can we share same code base on React and React Native? No. Things are similar, uh, but it's completely different. Can you dunk in basketball? No, I'm just 5'9". I cannot dunk on basketball. I am moreover a three-point shooter, and I'm a rebounder as well. 5'9" is not really that much of a big height for a basketball, but I can jump pretty nice. My jump is really, really, ooh, you would be surprised for that. So to a lot of people's surprise, I was a guy who usually collects the rebound and usually three-point shooter. But I can do layups, and I rarely used to miss my layups. Like if I'll start a layup, no matter what happens, it's gonna go in the basket. Good old days. Sir, I start a I start a computer science YouTube channel. If yes, which language should I choose, Hindi or English? If you want to get more audience, Hindi is the way to go. Like you will get 1 million pretty easily. And if you want, like it's all about where you are comfortable. I'm not that much comfortable in Hindi. Surely it's my native tongue, but I think to explain some of the concepts of programming, English suits me better. But it's all about you, which audience. Surely in Hindi, you will be hitting 1 million very, very quickly. There's a super chat by Computer Logic says, Sir, how can we make web app using JavaScript? There's a whole lot in JavaScript. Like JavaScript is the web. Web is JavaScript. JavaScript is web. You can make it through React. You can make it through Next, Vue, Angular. There's a whole lot of core JavaScript, like the core essential JavaScript. You can make it anywhere. Please launch your Java Core plus Advanced course. Java Basic Bootcamp is already there. For the advanced one, oh, that's going to take a lot of time, a lot of study work. And right now you can see 3 pages here. It would be like 15 pages in that. But surely doable. It's been almost an hour that we have been sitting here. How do you have so much knowledge? I read, I study. I don't watch back-to-back YouTube videos. I watch back-to-back courses. I read back-to-back tutorials. And especially, there are these conference talks that are 1 hour, 1.5 hour long. They're usually boring, but I watch them back to back. There is so much of the juicy information in them about how the clipboard JS comes into the play, how a side project got so much popular that everybody is using it, stuff like that. Hey Deshu, who are your favorite YouTubers? I have mentioned them pretty thoroughly on my channel. Peter McKinnon is one of the one which helps me to color correct my videos. Saw the recent videos. Those actually came out after I started watching that pizza commercial. What was the name of the guy? I need to check it out. Just give me a second. I'll check him. By Daniel Schiffer. So that's the one guy I have recently started to follow, Daniel Schiffer. And I still watch FPT, the front page tech. That's one of my favorite guy. I love to watch. He's so comic. I love that. So Peter McKinnon and Daniel Schiffer. These are some of the favorite guys I love to watch. And I love to watch conference talks. There's so much juicy info there. Bit boring, but juicy info. Please make a video on recommendation engine. Recommendation engine? You don't make a video on that. You suggest a book for recommendation engine that's this big. this big book just on recommendation engine. How do I know? One of my colleague, or not colleague, actually senior in the PhD, was doing a thesis in the recommendation engine. That was this big of a blue color book that says recommendation engine. Absolutely boring, but this is what you got to study. Nowadays, people read very less book. How did you prepare for JEE and how you get interesting in these things? I didn't prepare for JEE. We didn't had enough of money to buy high-end coachings and stuff like that for JEE. I did prepared through the crash courses in AI EEE, and it served well. Probably, if by studying like 4 or 5 months for AI EEE, I scored 4,000 something rank. Probably, if I would have prepared for JEE, I could have scored like decently. But again, what is gone is gone. We didn't had enough money to prepare for them. These are expensive games. You don't realize it, but preparing for IIT, JEE, and all these competitive exams, these are expensive games, and we didn't had enough money that time. Now we are doing good. Okay, so we have talked a whole lot here, and we will be talking tomorrow on my favorite platform, MKBHD. Yes, of course, all time. Who doesn't watch MKBHD? Like, who doesn't? I watch his videos, but I feel that MKBHD videos are moreover like a news channel videos these days. They don't have that much of effect and color grading and stuff that you see on Daniel Schiffer and Peter McKinnon. They are like the artistic thing that I like to watch and improve my color grading. You might have noticed recent color grading that I'm trying to just get a look similar to Daniel Schiffer stuff. I'm just getting inspired by him. So yeah. Okay, so we will be doing another live on Instagram with one on one where I just take you live with me and you ask your question directly. So, in case you have more questions, be prepared. I will take you live with me one on one. We will be chatting up and whole people will be watching that. So, be prepared for that. We'll be doing that on my Instagram. I wish YouTube could give me that kind of option, but hey, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, so that's all what we will be doing, and bye bye for now. How did you had haircut? Secret. It's my secret. Bye bye, all of you, and it was really fun. Getting back onto live, it really feels great. Make sure you hit that like button first, and then only we are gonna leave. Otherwise, I'll be just sitting here. Hit that like button. Let's at least reach 400. Come on, people, don't close it. 400 people, please, and then I'll ask. Then I'll answer one more question. Okay, so 400. Okay, the question is your favorite e-commerce platform. I think the custom made one is always going to be my favorite one. Uh, but Shopify is also decently good in case you want to try that. But I think the feature and facility that you can have in your custom made, it's absolutely amazing. Even WordPress is better, like compared to like pre-built, cooked up Shopify stuff. Okay, how your Red Hat certificate are helping you till now? Red Hat certificate absolutely helping me because they cleared up a whole lot of concept about Linux basics, piping. In case you don't know, in the Angular there's a concept of piping. If you know your Linux basics, you know that piping is coming up from the Linux into the Angular. So these all knowledge actually binds up eventually and helps you. Whenever there's an issue in the web hosting or something, I know what's going on behind the scene, how to configure Apache. I have seen those system working on a Linux system there, so that's how it goes on. And especially like explaining the concept of piping to a person who doesn't know Linux is really hard. For me, it was smooth. I just knew it instantly. Yeah, that's what a pipe is. So yes, Linux always helped. I and there we go. Okay, so bye bye, and we'll catch you up tomorrow on Instagram. Hitesh Chaudhary official. Big name, but that's what it is. Bye bye, and stay safe, guys. It's a tough year. Just don't be too much harsh on yourself. Uh, give yourself a decent time, and thank you. Love you all. Love you all again.